Oh. I was like, where'd you go?
You seriously didn't see me? Alright.
No.
Alrighty guys, this is Squirrely Gaming here. We're starting our review for Blitz and his shield. So let's do this. Okay, go ahead and fire off your last two blitzes here?
I have three.
Alright, go ahead and fire it off. Oh my goodness. Alright, you see how that's it's about like a 3-second pause right there of just blind. Go ahead and flash. Does the animation show up for that?
Yeah, the animation showed up.
Yeah, so you see, I wasn't blind there. So let's go about...
Stay back up to...
Here, go. You stay there. And then
there.
about... Okay, go ahead. Still nothing.
Animation barely showed up.
Yes, I wasn't blind. I'm gonna flash you, see that animation.
Jesus. Yeah,
the animation.
I'm not that blind, but...
Alright, ready? I'm gonna blind you all the way.
You can't see shit.
So, we know that Blitz has 3 armor, 1 speed. Well, he's supposed to be really loud. We have him down in the hallway right now. We're gonna have him run across. Go ahead. You see that? We could basically follow him the entire way he was going through. So, stay close to my mute charge. And flash me. Look at that!
I can't.
You cannot flash with the mute charge nearby. So, let's go a little bit more in depth in this review. Blitz, a GSG-9 operator, uses a shield with a high-powered light system on the front that acts like a flashbang. He has 5 uses of that flash. When fully flashed, it lasts about 3 to 4 seconds. At this time, your enemy will show an animation looking down and his non-firing hand covering his face. But don't be fooled. If you are not close enough, the animation will still show even though they are not fully flashed. I would recommend that you would be about a half room's length from your enemy before flashing, for the full effect. Your enemy will do one of 3 things when flashed. They will mag dump, wildly try to knife you, or run. If they mag dump, stay calm, get closer, and fire at them. If they try to knife, back away, because if you get knifed with a shield, you are now rendered defenseless, and leaves you vulnerable for attack. So back up to a safe distance and fire. If they try to run, they'll most likely get stuck on a wall. First you would laugh at them, then headshot. Next thing we have is Blitz's armor speed rating. So he's got 3 armor, 1 speed. At the cost of your high armor, we get a slow, loud tank of an operator. Almost anything you do as Blitz will cause some sort of noise, so be careful when entering rooms. Always check corners. If you run around everywhere, the enemy will be able to track you without their cams. With his eye armor, he can take quite a few shots and be fine. Best thing is that he and all shield operators can take damage from C4 and live, if it goes off in front of the shield. I would not recommend going straight into a C4, but if you must, be sure to look at it so the shield takes all the damage. He can also take capgun charges as well, so long as he's facing it. It's great if you need to rush a room, and you know that a door is booby-trapped. A counter to Blitz would be mute, as his signal disruptors disrupt Blitz's shield, oddly enough. I guess it's really the only counter to Blitz's shield gadget. So be careful when entering a room where signal disruptors are. You will not be able to Blitz anyone. Alright, here we're going over Blitz's secondary weapon, or primary. Well, his pistol, the P12. Here it is stock, no attachments. As you can see, it has 43 damage, it's a semi-automatic fire rate, 50 mobility, and has a 15 capacity magazine, 16 including the one in the chamber. Top right we see the recoil pattern. Starting at the little green dot, our aim point, is where the first round will land. The lighter green blob indicates the area the second round will impact. The yellow is the third, orange the fourth, and red the fifth. Overall, it's a relatively accurate pistol, and that will change depending on the attachment you use. Now we have a suppressor attached. First thing you'll notice is the damage is reduced to 36. At the cost of less sound, you're going to get less damage. In my opinion, suppressors are great, just not for operators that only use pistols, like the shields. Next thing you'll notice is the recoil pattern. It's slightly more erratic going into the 4th and 5th shots. Suppressors lower the accuracy, not by a whole lot, but enough to where you might miss that crucial headshot. Putting on a laser really doesn't change much. The recoil pattern is the same, but it does help with hipfire, which is the shield operator's bread and butter. The damage is back up to its max at 43, which is helpful especially when you got a guy blinded, and they're dumping mag at you. While your shield is taking most of the damage, you can calmly hipfire and hit most rounds. Here we got the muzzle brake, full damage, and look at that recoil pattern. Beautiful. If aiming down sight, that gun isn't going anywhere. When using Blitz, this is hands down my personal favorite attachment. Now I'm also going to show you my setup with the P12, muzzle brake and laser attached. There's a slightly tighter grouping between the 3rd and 5th shots, and when hip firing it's more stable with the laser attached. Alright, I've talked enough about it. Let's go see it shoot. First up we have the P12 with no attachments, aiming down sight, with a controlled fire rate. As you can see, every round hit pretty much the same spot. Next, I will be mag dumping down, aiming down sight. This time the grouping spread out some, but stayed close enough to still be effective. Now we're going to hip fire with controlled fire rate. It definitely was a lot more inaccurate, but effective enough to where if that was a defender, most rounds should land. Here's the hip fire mag dump. Ineffective. Yeah, you may hit a target, but most rounds will miss, giving the defender more time to get away. Here we have a flash and shoot combo. Closer to the target, first showing mag dump, then moving to controlled fire. Both effective at this range, but prefer to use controlled fire as it should land all rounds on target. Next is the flash and shoot again, this time with muzzle brake and laser attachment. Starting again with the mag dump. With these attachments, the mag dump looks like the controlled fire with no attachments. Next is the controlled grouping. That grouping is tighter and should hit all targets no problem at all. So we've talked about how Blitz's shield works, how long the flash effect lasts, and how loud he is, and how much damage he can take, and how his pistol works and his accuracy. Overall, Blitz isn't the best operator, but I wouldn't say he's the worst. His primary shield takes most damage from explosions and any bullets. Just be sure to be covering it as much as you can. So from what I've gathered here, his pros are his ballistic shield, his unique gadget, high armor, high magazine capacity for his pistol, and accurate when you control your fire. His cons are that he's slow, loud and clunky, only pistol usage, and you have to be close for any accurate hip fire. So in conclusion, I would have to give Blitz a, drumroll please, 6.5. If you enjoyed the review or found it useful, leave a like and drop a comment down below on what operator should come next. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the new videos. Have a squirrely day.